between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Okay, ready?
They go play action with Hurts. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They'll bring a receiver in motion running. Here's Hurts to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
The Vikings had 5 and 6 to start play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And some space here. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
They try again with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, and ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the throw, and I think it was a smart move.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hurts.
Goodwin able to haul it in.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 36, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Play fake. Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. They'll set up a throw. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
19 tight.
Back to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down. And
a throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to have it here They're just past the 25. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. And Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing is Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter with Cook. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, where you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Cousins throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cousins again. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, he bowls over him. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Cousins. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up with it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cousins. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Knight. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That would ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
17, Vikings 12. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run the play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, it's Pollard. There he goes right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Vikings 12.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably